the procurement.
Buckley.
You need to put the places, puzzle in the place.
Right. Hey, great to
Nobody wants to put their hand up and do it.
How are you enjoying Microsoft's Worldwide Partner Conference?
I'm tired.
About this.
They
will say, okay,
I know you, but like I went to sleep.
This is a good business, but nobody wants to put their hand up and say.
Last night was our team dinner, and so just a lot of strategy. Kind of
today is the last day, still not finished.
We have been in. We had 10 people here.
There's a very nice
good sized group to bring all the way to Toronto.
On King Street, I was walking on the King
solid connect meetings. Just
check it out online. It's all walking distance.
a lot of action.
When you are leaving back from here,
to work on next week.
but then you are not taking it to Niagara Falls?
Today we're going to talk about SharePoint, and you're an MVP in this space, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So
I guess from your sort of experiences across the market, here in North America and around the world, what are you seeing are the big drivers for people to move to SharePoint?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different reasons. There's a lot of people that just bought their enterprise agreements, and so they got SharePoint.
It's not like other
We paid for it. We need a content manager or enterprise content management or intranet solution. We paid for it. Let's get the most use out of it.
So he understands.
But others, I mean, SharePoint adoption is on the rise.
If you are good in quality,
as far as
there are some strings attached to others.
there's no single feature set that's really
coming to bite
driving
you or
that.
catch you.
But I think people are
That is the
understanding
thing.
that
One
SharePoint
person
offers
can't
is
change
very
everything.
competitive as far as
You need
it's very flexible in what it allows you to go.
This time he has majority,
I
but
think
they have to support.
compared to the different tools that are out there, we're talking a little bit about the social side of things and what's happening
He is
there.
from Mapsa, which is
I mean,
about
the
5
momentum is on
kilometers.
SharePoint side. Most organizations in North America, it's like 80% of enterprises own SharePoint. And of that, the adoption is like in the 50 to 60%.
I say not.
Seems to be growing market share just continually, right? There hasn't been any sort of sign of a slowdown. SharePoint is probably accelerating if anything else.
You know what's one of the most telling things, and I like to share this in different presentations, but 2 years ago, EMC documented, they had some more aggressive kind of don't do SharePoint.
Kids might want to go to US or
They are happy with what they like the life.
There's a dramatic switch in their marketing, how they position themselves as, here's how you
They don't have the
work with SharePoint.
because they have seen the world. They are with me.
You saw that in another competitive solution,
US
Box,
couple of times.
Box.net, it's no longer Box.net, it's now Box. In that they
don't like
also stopped doing that. I think
They they like the freedom.
I'm not sure. I think that's the case.
You are
But
the
also
master of yourself.
It's
Right?
not a winning proposition to go
What
and
do you
say, don't use
Your
it.
country.
Instead, here's how you work with SharePoint.
Here, even if you have
So you have the competitors making that claim, trying to show how they coexist. That's pretty telling of what's happening in that market. SharePoint is here to stay.
Good. Now, any particular sort of trends standing out from WPC this year? Any areas that you found
But I'm glad that
getting a
also
lot of
has that
interest from
most places
attendees?
we have that.
I think
But
two.
kids always want
One,
to.
that there wasn't much
Maybe they have
communication.
the exposure
There's
that's
a
in all
lot
the
of
places.
content around. The one that there's a lot of content around is Windows Azure.
Back to India,
It's being a key part of
Because they have not seen the life.
SharePoint.
I've stayed for
It's really
nearly
thinking about
twice I went to
whether you're looking at you're interested in mass amounts of data
So they know how
big
it
data problems,
UK
or are just looking at lowering costs with the infrastructure that we have and looking
You've
at
seen
Azure
everywhere,
and having this content
Far East, we have
hosted
not
on
been much.
expensive hardware that's sitting on-prem, but looking at the different models for having that data, those systems, those tools elsewhere.
It was
There's been a
nice
lot of
meeting
content
you.
here.
My pleasure.
Hope we can do something.
Yes, sir.
Not so much talked about was SharePoint
Thank you so much.
social features. A lot of interest, a lot of waiting. People waiting for no problem. People waiting for more information on Wave 15, which there's no information about what we've obtained at this conference, just very high level. So there is a tremendous amount of push towards social features and functionality. And then I think underlying all of that is something that Axceler is big on. I talk a lot about, which is governance across all of your enterprise applications, and SharePoint being the centerpiece for that. Governance defined as, how do I know and organize, what they're doing, how they're doing it, so that it's consistent, so that it's in a managed way, so that both you're getting the most benefit out of your platform, and it's also having your platform better match the way that the organization does business. So I mean, those are three themes that I've seen here. Again, I'm looking heavily at the SharePoint stack and not at the rest of the messages that are being talked about here.
Yeah. And what do you see are the biggest opportunities for channel partners as far as getting out and generating revenue and new revenue streams from SharePoint?
I really believe that there's a lot of need for specialization. I mean, this was the story years ago. I think even more so. I think there was some confusion in the channel of how we go and take advantage of Office 365. And there's going to be more changes of new things that are coming out with the Wave 15. So we obviously can't talk about yet. This week, so we're going to talk about that. But for a consulting company, for a product company that is looking at how do I get involved in it, there's tremendous opportunity to go and look at what's your area of specialty. And I came from a background of project management, business analysis, building, running PMOs, and so working with portfolio management solutions. I think there is still tremendous opportunity for a company that to come and specialize in SharePoint and PPM, project portfolio management, and to build custom solutions off of that. I would love to see like a PPM vendor with Office 365. If you bundle that, so if I can go buy Office 365, and now with the new, this was an announcement with the Office 365 Open, the ability for partners to actually send a single bill. So I could go and build a solution that has Office 365 Exchange and Link with my own special sauce, a PPM solution built on top of that, and send one bill over the services that I provide around that deployment on one single bill, build a customer. I can actually build a business around it. And that's something that's
good opportunities there with Open, right?
So I think specializing in whatever it is, going and taking a look at that base platform and building on top of that. We need industry-specific solutions around that. And then there's tremendous opportunity to expand around dynamics in CRM, to expand into industry-specific healthcare, manufacturing, high-tech. Oil and gas exploration is huge. What are the opportunities there? To go start digging in, providing industry-specific solutions on top of that.
Good. And what are your particular areas of expertise? What are the bits that you'd like to really drill down into?
I talk a lot about metadata and taxonomy management, so information architecture. So that's something I have a lot of a long background in other platforms. So I talk a little bit, I think, abstracted, higher level of planning and management of those things, the importance of it. I do a lot of topics in business management at the CIO level, help them understand governance, information architecture, business process management, productivity. So what that means across the stack of various SharePoint pieces and related technologies. I also talk a lot about the social. So we're talking before, I have a background in that. I almost pursued a doctorate. I started on that path. I was consulting at the time, and for anybody that knows, when you're flying out Monday, flying home Friday, it's not the time to go and start a advanced degree. When you're doing that, it's something you have a family at home. Yeah. So that just delayed and kind of pushed that off. But the kind of the social informatics, so the science behind how networks work and collaboration technology and how that changes the way that we work every day is fascinating. Love that. So I talk on different aspects of that, social and SharePoint.
Yeah, that sounds like a fascinating area. Now, where can we find out a little bit more about that and some of the topics that you talk about? Because you've got a series of videos that are available to stream.
Yeah, all of the videos that I do, and I've got a couple series that I do. One where I interview MVPs, MCMs, and just experts, well-known speakers. Everything's on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and you search on my name or my Twitter address is Buckley Planet.
Okay.
If you go and search them, you'll find them. There's something like 175 of these, what is called the one thing. So just a hashtag, the one thing, all in one word. You'll find those. I do a bunch of other interviews called the Digital Sack Lunch, which we're recording right here for those on the podcast. You could actually send them this simulcast. Listen to the better quality audio with the digital media. Wow. Yeah. No, but so everything's out there. And of course, I blog at buckleyplanet.com. But I write regularly for CMS Wire, for AIM.org. I'm a SharePoint expert on that site. I write occasionally for SharePoint Pro, ECM Connection magazine. In Australia, I've got 4 articles on IBM. So if you go to idm.net.eu, you can find that. And then for various other sources that I do a lot of content for the European SharePoint community, speaking at a lot of conferences. I'm probably speaking at 2 events a month.
Great. Well, it sounds like there's lots of content from you that we'll be able to draw into. That's great. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, Christian.
Well, thanks a lot for the time.
Enjoyed it. Thank you. Cheers. Well, that's us for another episode of the Channel Partner Podcast. Thank you, everybody, for listening in. You can, of course, find us online, channelpartnerpodcast.com. We're on Twitter also, @channelpartner. Thank you. Bye.
Excellent. Thanks a lot.